Welcome, family. My name is Chelsea Mendes.
And I am Elisabeth Withers.
And we are the Don't Tell Daddy podcast, where we talk about all the things that you would never tell him, honey.
Who is him?
Him.
Pinky Promise.
Now, today, honey, we are going to be talking about fitness. Getting them weights, honey. Getting them.
Nike, thank you for our sneakers. We got the new ones.
Little moment.
Yes, a little moment.
Okay, hold on.
Little moment.
Bow.
I got the ankle socks. Hold on, you got to see the skirt. Hold on.
Oh, come on. Clock it. Bing, 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 bow. Bing, 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 bing. Bow, 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 bow.
That part.
Bow.
Yes.
Thank you.
Representing Brazil.
Brazil. Thank you. Thank you so much. So now I wanted to just bring up, because, you know, there's one thing for podcasts to just be yappy, yappy, yappy.
Denise,
Yeah?
your mouth is moving a lot like a rat. Yappa, 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 yappa.
You know, talking about, oh, this and this, opinions. But we're going to bring the facts to you.
Come on,
okay?
facts.
And so this here says only about 1 in 3 Black women meet recommended physical activity guidelines, often due to time or access or cultural pressures.
I'm not a part of this conversation. I'm not Black.
Oh,
I'm so tired of black people talking black and white. We're not black or white.
are we? Oh,
I'm American.
brother.
My pronouns are USA.
I'm American.
I fear this introduces a new topic,
Continue.
babe. Ooh.
Continue.
So you are a Black woman, yes?
I'm American.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. I don't even know. I don't even know. What?
Because that's what's wrong with our people.
Oh, Jesus.
We're stuck in categories and titles, and we need to let them go. That's what our parents had us believing. Black and white. Do you know a white person? Really? Think about that. Do you know a Black person the color of this? I don't. So we're people. Let's start saying that. Right, people? Say it with me. People. We're people.
Don't say, what are we doing? What?
We are people. I'm a woman
Jesus.
now. Let's not get stuck on colors.
Oh.
But anyway, we're going to
Well, I'm a Black woman, proudly. Thank you.
Sexy, so I'm Black American princess.
Jesus, hallelujah. Lift your hands and praise him. Yes.
When we get to heaven, there's not going to be
Yes. But yes, I don't know. Yeah, that was something. that was clickbait for sure. But with all of that said, I was just wondering, like, because, you know, we both are pretty fit.
Yes.
We going to the gym, a little bit of Pilates, a little bit of yoga, a little bit of cardio.
Like that?
So what purpose does fitness serve in your life? Is it a release? Is it to just make you feel good? Like what's the tea?
I think if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And
That's
I think
good. that
that women that are in their 20s, you think that those titties are going to stay perk, and you think that, well, gravity has a tendency to just bring stuff down. You know, it's like if I were to sit on the edge of this table, it would bring it down. So yes, I'm joking, but fitness is very important to me, because when your body is together, that means your mind has to be together first. And when you get your minds together first, the body falls. Because the hardest thing is actually getting out of bed. It's not getting the run in. It's not getting the positions and things. And it's, man, this blanket feels so good. You know, oh my gosh, it feels. But once you get up, that's when the real mind kicks in. Let's go.
All right.
And that's what pushes you. For me.
Yes. And you know what? I know this is more so like a spiritual take, but to recognize the fact that your strength is not your own.
Yes.
That your strength comes from a power higher and stronger than you.
Yes, God.
So when you wake up, baby, whether it's doing a few miles on that treadmill or going around your neighborhood or getting them weights and pushing it to your waist, knowing that strength is not yours. So, yeah, because oftentimes, exactly what you're saying, like once you get past that moment of like waking up, right, and you getting ready for the gym, and once you get into the gym and it's like that moment where you're like, okay, I'm ready to go back home. It's like, you still got a little bit more to...
And you notice when you get into the
that's
gym,
not your
I don't
choice.
know what it is, but it's like 80%, I won't put a percentage on it, but majority of if you're a new worker outer, if you're a new athlete or you like to work out, a majority of your time is spent on how you look. It's spent on, can I do it? It's spent on, is my stomach, it's spent instead of thinking about your core.
Yes.
Instead of, okay, I need to watch my form here when I'm lifting the weights, or when I'm doing this, I need to be back on my heels or back on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So especially like if you're in a gym like ours, you get all these different kind of people. You're like,
you're doing all them RDLs.
Girl, pull that weave back and get your workout in. So yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I think it starts with your mind first. I think it starts with that.
Mm-hmm.
With you work out twice a day. You work 40 hours a week. Let's not move past that. You work 40 hours a week.
Literally.
You have our company that you're running.
Yes.
And under that umbrella, there is Miss Before You Get Signed. Under that umbrella is Don't Tell Daddy Podcast. Mm-hmm. Under that umbrella are songwriting. And then after a long day, 40 hours in a week, every day you come and work out. Twice a week, sometimes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a week, 3 times a day. How do you do that?
You do a cute 2 times.
How do you do that?
I have to. Otherwise, I was thinking about that this morning, actually. I'm like, for me to at least start my day that way, just lets me know that we're at least on a productive note. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we can start with prayer, then we can start with working out. And it's like, okay, I've gotten up, I've started my day intentionally, acknowledging the creator and getting me up in the first place and then working our body out. You know what I'm saying?
And let's not move past the rows, baby, because the rows can do some wonderful things for a workout. If you know, you know. I'm going to leave it right there. But that's a workout in itself. You'll get there. You'll get there. Keep your body clean. You never have to. That's good. Just
mind you,
no. I said if you know, you know. I said if you don't look. Carlos don't even know. Nobody knows.
I said it. Oh Jesus! You know what? Instead of opening that rose box, open that bird. That's good. When you wake up in the morning, you feel that temptation to bzzz down there.
Put another battery in and go for yourself. Because there's nobody gonna love you like you love you.
Reshift that energy to something.
Into yourself. Hold on to yourself.
Hold on to Jesus.
Speaking of earth, flowers, roses.
It's like you never know what this woman is gonna say.
You don't know when I'm coming.
That's the thing. That's the problem. That's
the problem.
It's.
Do you know what a rose is?
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay, so anyway, back on topic. What were we gonna say?
I just, okay, proceed. Since I don't.
So we were talking about Earth Day.
We weren't.
So what were we talking about?
We definitely weren't. But
exercising.
Yeah.
During Earth Month.
Ding.
During Earth Month.
Nope. Because you're trying, and no. Oh wow. Yeah. No. Okay. So.
Working out. What motivates us to work out?
Yes. So I've spoken.
Yes. No, I told you what motivates me. What motivates me is knowing that I was 198 pounds. Okay, this is motivating to me. I was 198 pounds, and I was eating to live. I wasn't living. I was living to eat. I wasn't eating to live. And so you understand those good days you want to eat, you want da-da-da. And then I eventually was like, you don't need all that. You eat when you're hungry. And so, and then you shut that stuff off so that you're not making your body work while you're sleeping. Your body's just fighting, trying to digest meat. It's fighting, trying to digest sodas. It's like, I don't need all that. Give me some water.
Well, when do you find yourself
a shot of tequila?
See, so I think we're kind of leaning back towards the unhealthy.
It's called balance.
Habit, and that's true.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So when do you?
It's called balance.
When do you find yourself needing movement the most? Like in stress, in anger, in sadness, if at all?
When do I what?
When do you find yourself needing movement the most?
That was so catty, right? What? That was
Very.
gaslighting, right? What? When do I what?
You love throwing that term around. We need to define and apply.
She's having a moment. You answer that question while I take care of me over here.
Oh, Okay, so I like this question, but why do you think stillness can feel harder than movement?
Why do I think stillness can feel better than movement?
Harder
than movement. Oh, well, you know what? They teach you that in theater as well. That the hardest thing to do on stage is nothing. And to still know your purpose or why you're there. So I think stillness is probably the hardest than movement, because everybody is so into wanting to, the flash, the what's next, the what she got on. Everybody, it's always movement. It's the next deal. It's the next, it's always movement. And the, how do I say this? I believe that you hear more when you're still and quiet.
Yeah.
Now, again, I always have to put that disclaimer out there, because I know people look, sometimes it's like, oh yeah, but you do this, you do that. Still, you could do different things, because I see myself as a work in progress. I feel like God is not through with me. So again, I say, any flaws you see or any flaws that you feel, he's working with me.
Clock it!
You see? And so, but with that, I've learned that he speaks to me more when I'm quiet. When I wake up in the morning, certain things I may not even want to hear him say, but I got to do it, you know? Even as parents, there's things that my flesh may want to do, but the Spirit says,
slow down.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, before I move any further, let me introduce you to a young man that I have known since, I want to say 9, 10. He'll correct the stats, because he is a Harvard graduate. Yeah. He is a dear friend of mine since childhood in Joliet, Illinois, this tiny little town 45 minutes south of Chicago, Illinois. And he went on to do wonderful things, and I then went on to do wonderful things. And it's amazing how our paths, the dots reconnected us when I found out he lived here right in Atlanta with a pop shop. And so I know that this is so impromptu, and we did not plan on this, but my heart is moved to do this. If we could, I would love to bring my dear friend, his name is Milano Harden, Carlos Harden, to the stage. Show some love to Carlos Milano Harden.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, Milano. So tell us, like, what's your path? What's your journey? What have you been doing? Tell them first how we know each other.
So we grew up in Joliet, Illinois, down the street and around the corner from each other. Our parents, our mothers, in fact, in homage to mothers, our mothers were in college together, in junior college. So we ended up connecting, even as our parents were connecting in their journey to become who they were going to become. I want to go to your question, because I think your question about activity and stillness is so, I think it's so pertinent to the lifestyles that we live that are so technology infused and so fast moving. And the thing that came to me is Psalms 46. Be still and know. And it's interesting that was a commandment. And I wonder if God in his wisdom knew that we needed to be inspired to know the moments when we needed stillness, right? Because for Scripture to capture that so perfectly, and it is sometimes a tussle.
To be still.
To find that place of stillness. So I think it's a really important, I think what you're lifting up for us to consider is so important.
Milano, how do you define the man you are?
How do I define? That's a big question. Because when my boys were growing up on the way to school, we would say hard men are Christian, hard men are gentlemen, hard men are scholars, and hard men are athletes. So for me, what is that really trying to say? I think a man there's so many ways in which we can create our masculinity, but I felt like there were 4 squares. There was spiritual depth and grounding. There was a sense of how you comport yourself as a gentleman. Then there's like getting into the practical domains, like the notion of a man of color being a scholar, having sort of authority over your thinking and being able to direct your thoughts felt really important. And then the last area, hard men are athletes. And even to this day, I practice being an everyday athlete. And my sons are fantastic athletes. So that is not a perfect prescription, but for me, it was about balance and wholeness and fullness. And I practice that for myself.
So similar to fitness, you know, like fashion can be somewhat performative because everything is like what people see. And so with that, it's like, I feel like your career kind of stands out because you have this balance of on your exterior being very distinguished and being very put together, but on the inside sharing that same trait as well. And so it's like, I guess, how did you manage to do that throughout the course of your career and up to this point?
Such a good question. And I think in terms of my own vulnerability, I feel like there were many times where fitness was my sanctuary. Like, you know, like it was a lot raising kids and building businesses and being married and trying to kind of be present. Yeah. But also learning that you have to take some time for yourself. There are some health conditions in our family that I was trying to skirt. So my veganism was about sort of health. My fitness journey was about trying to avoid chronic disease. And it was also, quite frankly, about trying to manage the stress of all the other things that I was doing. So I'm very grateful. I loved in the earlier episode when you all talked about fitness, Chelsea, that you're giving yourself that.
Yes.
Because there were moments where it was what was saving me from the stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did you find your way to your pop shop?
It's a great, so shout out to the C. Milano Fashion Pop Shop. It is my fashion company, which is now 13 years old.
Wow.
It is our first store experience concept here in the metropolitan Atlanta area. We had been existing as a fashion company. We had been building inventory. And the vision that I had been given was to start my store with as little debt as I could, which this is not an Instagram story. This is a
real story.
This is a slow, you're nurturing a vision and you're also building. I have another strategy company that's 25 years old. You're raising kids, you paying bills, right? So like really needing to be practical.
And intentional.
Absolutely. So the way that it was given to me was to nurture this as a slow but intentional process. I had gone through some changes in my life where my other company was growing. My sons were getting older. And the window of timing opened for me to be able to actually build my store. I used my sons to move. I used my sons to help me. For anything that I could do, I wanted to include them. Because I realized along the way that the journey wasn't just opening a store, but it was creating an opportunity for them to see legacy.
And you know what I think is so interesting with you is you don't see just colors. You see textures, you see stories and colors. Even when we sat with you, you wanted to hear our story. And then from our story, then you began to see Mediterranean vibes and African vibes and Asian. What goes through your mind when you're coming up with even your texture, your vibe here? What is this? Like, how do you come up with this?
So two things. At the top level,
it's luxury.
It's luxury, but it's premium and accessible, right?
And it's beyond menswear, because you would think that it's menswear, and you dressed us for this season. Correct.
So two things. At the top level, our brand signature for C. Milano Inc. is signature, elegant, and bold. So whatever we do, we want to be kind of within those parameters. Second thing, the Fashion Pop Shop we have 4 different traditions of style: British dapper, Italian cool, Parisian flair.
What are those colors?
Parisian flair and American heritage. When we say pop, we actually first mean a pop of color. When we say pop, we also mean a pop of pattern. And finally, when we say pop, we mean a pop of design. African American heritage, one of the pieces that we get from the continent is color, the use of color.
And texture.
And texture, color, and we're very attentive to fabric, to texture, to feeling. But there are other ways to create a sense of pop, which is pattern. Another way to do it is design. Like the kind of easy fitness, right? The kind of feeling of design. It's not always just the colors, but sometimes it's the design. So what the Fashion Pop Shop is about is being purveyors of pop and curators of cool. We want to give you that pop, that sense of signature, that sense of bold, but then also keep it elegant.
So where do you see yourself in the scope of fashion now? Because right now we are in very tumultuous times.
Yeah.
And people can't afford fashion. And you got students and you got people that want to be dapper but the money's just not there. And now I know this answer because you and I know we could go to all kind of places, find Anya Agner and Gucci, and you and Theodore, y'all have an eye for everything. Oh, that's Tracy Reed's 1972, and that's Coco Chanel's, So where do you, luxury sounds expensive to me. So what's your demographic? Who's your audience? Because that's expensive, especially in a time like this. How can people afford you?
Well, let me take one step back and then answer your question. I actually think luxury has to do with what you see. And luxury is not just about the price tag, it's about the quality. And what I would say is in this time where it feels like there's a financial constriction, this is an excellent opportunity to deepen your eye, to learn about the different stylization and traditions so that when you see something special, you don't bypass it. So that's one thing. Second thing is I think people shop according to their values. What you value, you will buy. And it's interesting if you think about the tradition of not just, and I'm not just wealthy people, but people who are living between blessings. I love that. We actually, even in those moments where we're living between blessings, sometimes the ability to make yourself beautiful is part of what you need to move through that transition.
But I noticed how you came into our closet and you took pieces and then you needed like a day, a couple of hours, and all of a sudden you came back with a story behind our fashion.
Yeah.
So when you see the Don't Tell Daddy podcast and you see it, because you know me from when I was how old? 9, 10, something like that. So when you see that little girl and you see this woman now, and now you see the next generation, which is Chelsea, and you've seen the journey and your journey, what do you see when you see elevated women in music? What do you see between this woman, this mother-daughter dynamic?
So I love your story. I think that you two are a mother-daughter duet. You are on the same fantastic life journey coming from different ends. Chelsea is entering the stage with vision. She has hopes and dreams and aspirations and clarity, and you've also got all of the wisdom that your mom intentionally invested in you, right? So you are in this song of aspiration at a different end, coming in with vision. Liz, you are firmly on the same path, but you're
it's how you said Liz.
You're living, Elisabeth, you're living a life in this song, but with so much vitality. You're not getting started and you're not done, right? And so you are marshaling all of the energy and the experiences that you've garnered along the way, but you're still got a vision for more. So I feel like in a real sense, you are two women on a path of aspiration. One has vision and one has vitality. Same songbook, different endpoints.
I love that.
And so the connection between that and the styling, and I shared with you all, I can't style you if I can't create an image for you if I don't know your identity. Right. So I wanted to do the listening to appreciate where you saw yourself. We have funny conversations about, Chelsea, how important it is for you to come into that professionalism, but then also to have some edge and also to not just be defined by the law or not just be defined by your work. Liz, we had conversations about how good it can be to be in that 5th chapter, how it can look really beautiful, it can be authentic, it can be sexy.
What you make it.
It can be sophisticated, right? It can be so many different expressions of yourself. So I think for me, it was about creating mother-daughter outfits that allowed you all to be yourselves, for you to be envisioning, for you to be vitalizing.
Yes.
But for you also to be together.
That's exactly what I wanted to encapsulate in this episode, is like far more than looking good and feeling good. Sometimes it's like fitness can truly be a sanctuary for people. It's like whether it be you cope with your anxiety or just like the stresses of every day, or you just needing a little something. It's like to be able to go to the gym is just like, not only are you taking your mind from that, but you're also prioritizing your body and yourself.
I will be honest also that, all of the years that I spent as a model, what the fitness also gave me was longevity. Because I started modeling at 15.
Wow.
And I have modeled well into my mature life.
Okay.
So that was a 40-year journey.
Yeah.
And so to be able to still model out of the country in your 40s,
yeah,
that was a big commitment. And fitness definitely was a part of that. So fitness has always been my friend for different reasons.
I love it. Yeah, because I feel like nowadays with social media, it's like everything is, you have your fitness goals, like the girls want this and the guys want this, and it's like, and that's great, but what is the root of that desire? Like, is that for other people's validation, or is that for your own, or regardless of what it is, just knowing it? Because otherwise you're just aimlessly, going to the gym, but it's like, what's the point of it? So.
Auntie got to ask some pet questions. So what are you chasing? Everybody is chasing something. When you're younger, you chase success. Guys chase women. You, as long as I've known you, have been driven. And you've been driven beyond the norm. You and Theodore were considered, no cap, like the smartest people in our town. Like you guys were like the Urkels before there were Urkels, carrying Louis Vuittons before we even knew what that was.
That would be Theo.
So, I mean, you can look at any kind of design and know where it's from and what year it came. What is that? What in that, what are you chasing? Are you chasing anything? Are you looking for something? Are you seeing yourself in that fashion? Like, where do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it's a great question. So, one, I'm chasing aliveness. I want to be alive. I want to be present. And I think that doesn't have to change as we mature. Like, I'm looking for life and vigor and quality. So I'm chasing aliveness. But I'm also at a point where I'm chasing purpose and legacy. Having sons and having a daughter, it is so important to me that I make sure my sons see the highest horizon. It is so important to me that they also see a practical pathway for getting to that horizon. And, no one's going to give that to our kids. We have to give that. So I am absolutely committed to, I'm absolutely committed to making sure that they have a horizon they see a horizon, that they see their own purpose, and they have an example of somebody working it out step by step. Mm-hmm. And I like that. That's a whole thing for me. Mm-hmm. Like that's enough. My own aliveness, my own joy, and then getting up in the morning to make sure that Zach and Seth have a roadmap. That's enough.
I love that. I am so glad that you joined us on our episode of Don't Tell Daddy podcast. I am thrilled to reconnect with you. Before we let you go, I'd love for you to share with them where they can find you, how they can reach out to you to just... Please tell them.
Oh, Liz, thank you for that. So you can find me at Carlos Milano Harden on IG. You can find me at C Milano Harden on Facebook. You can find me at 3172 East Ponce de Leon Avenue in Scottsdale, Georgia, right around the corner from the DeKalb International Farmers Market.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad Chelsea got to see you. This is success in the making. This is success, success, success. Make sure you reach out to Milano. Make sure you visit his pop shop. Everything we had on this season was inspired by his hands, brought to our set here. And so we're so happy to have you a part. Please come back and visit us again.
Thank you. Very humble. Thank you all so much.
Indeed. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on every streaming network, including Tidal, iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio, y'all been so good to us. I thank you. Let me just also say, I thank you to Florida for honoring me as one of the women of their move, the 2026 Onyx Magazine.
Women
I'm humbled.
on the move.
Thank you so much, Disney. Thank you so much, Clear Channel. Thank you so much, Onyx Magazine. And thank you to my daughter for this podcast, for your vision of the Don't Tell Daddy podcast, where we keep everything real.
Everything real.
Mother-daughter conversation. We love you all. Any flaws that you see, just know that it's evidence that God is still working with us. We're not perfect. We're not perfect. But join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and make sure you subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm fly just a little, but not enough for you. I get you hot in the middle. You say you got better things to do. I'm gonna break it down. Oh yeah, 1, 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh yeah, I'm gonna break it down. Funny, yeah, yeah. You won't look me in the eye. Yeah, yeah. You can see it's raining, raining down my big pretty thigh. I'm gonna break you down. 1, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna break it down. Come, baby, play it for me. Right here. Come on, hey!
Incredible flex, to get her to stretch. Just wanted to flex, hot and cold, I'm making a guess. Oh, what a finesse. Mama told me to give her respect, but nevertheless, I see myself up under that dress, just making a mess. I never stress, keep cool, I manifest. Slowly leaking my insulin, work puffing my cannabis. Take my time, I promise to properly handle his. I bet she tune in when she know what channel it is. Now I'm in her eyes, staring right in the soul. Tell her yes, tell her no, taking total control. Savage remote, she love the way I'm stroking her slow. Say she like the way I get it lit and make it explode. Lo and behold, look at your boy accomplishing goals. Give her safe space, let her in her hoe be a hoe. The waters will flow, and when I'm finished breaking her down, the king has just conquered his queen. Straighten my crown now.
Coming up and then 6 o'clock, it's time to go to work.